Welcome to the Jake Squared podcast.
Welcome!
We're gonna wing it. My name's Jake.
I'm Joel. The U.S. sent $221 million to the Palestine in Obama's last hours.
To the Palestine.
In what?
In Obama's last hours.
Are you serious?
200
Screw you, Democrats! What the
No,
heck?
you can't say that!
I'm Aaron Van Nuss, and I can say that. What the heck?
No!
In his last hour, let me... Oh my gosh!
Literally,
That's not cool!
right
gosh.
before Obama left office, he kind of secretly sent $221 million to the Palestinians. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
That's not...
His secret love for the
Put
Palestinians.
that up on your Instagram bio. Screw
How
you,
is that
Democrats.
how is that any different than if I'm about to leave the job I'm working at and I'm like, by the way, I stole all of the office supplies. Now wait, what do you mean? I'm saying when you go into work tomorrow, none of it's there. It's mine now.
Anyway.
If
this,
you're a Democrat, that's fine. It's just that's not cool. It doesn't matter who the president is.
Yeah. This podcast is sponsored by Apple, actually.
No, it's not.
Yes, I know, like the fruit. Apples. Yeah.
Fiji.
Yeah,
Or that's water. No.
That's water.
Fuji. Fuji apples. That's gonna be a new thing. Just like companies that are also actual things, inanimate objects. Okay, so you wanted to talk about being able to break things, and
Yeah, I have. So no dream this week. I've got a few in the think tank that we can go over at later episodes, but no dream. So I have two stories. So what are times in your life when you have either had permission to break something or you have accidentally broken something? The most exciting time in my life that I've ever been allowed to break something. We were in about a 20 by 10 house, kind of like this giant garage. This was in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina, so I was, oh dear, I don't know, pretty young being a teenager. So we go down, and we're renovating the house, but they're like, we don't have enough materials to do anything with the garage, but the drywall has to be torn out. And so my friend Patrick, Hunter, and we're all looking at each other. There's like 5 of us. And we get this moment of clarity of just going, oh, we're allowed to destroy this drywall however we want.
that sounds amazing.
I'm talking. You had us drop kicking through the walls. We were throwing hammers through as hard as we could. Probably the funniest part to me is when I jumped onto the rafters that were pretty open. And I swung and kicked my way through.
Oh my God.
that sounds
The
amazing.
part I did not pay attention to was we're walking down just punching holes through the wall, because you feel like a superhero, honestly.
Yeah.
Just punch, boom, drywall exploding, because it's like old and brittle, so you
Yeah.
feel really powerful. What wasn't old and brittle was the stud on
This-
the other
Oh.
side.
Punch a stud.
So when I punched the stud, I just kind of stood there, and Patrick's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm pretty sure I have hurt myself."
Sounds. How old were you? Like what year of mission tour was this? Like, because it's throughout high school, and did you even do it in middle school? Did you?
I think I might have been in middle school.
Okay.
How old are you when you go into middle school? I always
Sixth
12,
grade.
13.
So
What was that?
13?
12.
12?
I might have been 13 or 14. I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
And this is totally me not being able to place when Hurricane Katrina happened, which is horrible.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a big deal.
It was.
Still kind of is a big deal.
I don't want to start guessing.
Nope, we're not going to do
Years.
that. Point is, I got to destroy a garage and possibly my
hand.
index and middle finger knuckles on my right hand.
That is disgusting.
Which I think is why they fractured in karate later on much easier than any other part of my body.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
gosh.
on to what might be an even better story of the time I accidentally broke something.
Okay.
So I'm at, and when they listen to this, they're going to know who they are. But I'm at a friend's house. And so I'm up in their bathroom. It was a long day, and I'm like, I'm just going to take a shower here. He's like, yeah, that's fine. I had stuff to change into. So I go take the shower, and the mom had very ornately decorated everything in the bathroom, like the entire house, but the bathroom had a lot of stuff in it.
Okay.
And so the toilet had the shower right next to it. And right above the toilet is one of those floating shelves.
Mm-hmm.
I bump into the shelf as I'm about to get into the shower. Something falls off the shelf. I catch it with my left hand. something else falls, I catch it with my right hand. I literally feel like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then I watch this porcelain thing roll and fall off the shelf, and I think, well, there's not, all this happened in about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I watch, I'm like, there's not much I can do about this, and it falls and shatters.
Yeah.
Well, as I'm standing there naked, unable to move because my feet are now surrounded by basically glass.
Not at your house.
Not at my own house. I remember just standing there thinking, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do right now. Because I can't lean over to the counter.
Yeah.
Because there's too much space.
Yeah.
I can't exactly set this stuff in the shower. So yeah, the story doesn't have like this super hilarious ending. But no, there was probably a good 2 minutes with the shower running, me standing there not clothed.
Yeah.
And I'm just standing there holding an object and holding another object surrounded by shrapnel. Just like, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do right now.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like it's happened before, but I can't think of it right now of a time where I was allowed, like they said, go destroy stuff. I'm a very destructive person by nature. If I'm holding something for too long and it's already messed up, I'm just going to end up destroying it.
Some would say a force of nature, if you will.
Yeah.
A quite verbal wrecking ball. A somewhat of a steamroller of destruction.
Yeah, and
What?
I'm just going to move on from that one.
You were really far away from the mic, and I couldn't tell if it was picking it up or not. I was like, maybe they won't remember this.
There's
part.
going to be this awkward whisper in the background while no one is talking.
And you're talking a higher voice. Like, that kind of sounds like Kermit the Frog if it's quiet.
So, for whatever reason, me and, like, glass, like the globes that go around lights on ceilings.
Glass globes and I.
Glass globes and I.
Go back to Bath and Body Works.
I'm sorry,
So,
I hate myself.
I think the first one I ever broke was at your house, Aaron, when you were still with your parents, and we were throwing pillows around the basement, and I'm pretty sure you said watch for the light, and I threw it, and it shattered.
Yeah.
And then I was worried. I was like, I gotta go tell Nana that it's broken, and I was all upset about that, so that she didn't care, and she was all nice. And so now in my basement, in this hallway, there's one, and so we're always sweeping down here because it's hardwood, or it's all concrete, like stained concrete. And so we're always sweeping, and I'm always in that hallway, and I lift the broom up, and the ceiling, it's like not that high. I mean, easily touch it with the broom, and I've shattered 2 of them in the same place. And my mom said if I break it, because we finally got another one, she said if I break another one, that I'm gonna have to start buying them. And that's not okay. And yeah.
So if I go break it right now,
she'll think I did it.
No one man should have all that power.
We should go break it.
No! No.
What's better for an audio podcast than a little bit of shattering glass? I mean,
ASMR too,
No. Joel's wallet is dry.
First time was a delicious bag of cashews. This time on ASMR, just the shattering of Joel's hopes and dreams and his bank account.
And the small flutter of the little bit of cash falling out of his wallet.
This time when I'm surrounded by glass, I won't be naked waiting to get into the shower.
A small muffled scream of a mom actually through a door. Just
Joel! I don't even want to know what that's going to sound like. All right, Jake, what do you got?
I don't know. Mine's more of usually me not breaking things on accident is usually
I not breaking things on accident.
That doesn't even make any sense.
That's not right at all.
Accidents breaking and me breaking things on accident is one category, but I don't usually like when someone says, "Hey, this is trash. Do what you want with it." I like to take it apart. Like you remember we had that TV.
So do I by using gravity and the ground.
Yeah, we had that old TV in our mom's room that was like huge.
Oh
huge
yeah, it
TV.
had like the giant back.
We took that thing apart. Like we ripped like the glass panels off the front until it was just the metal frame, and then we just started beating it with a baseball
Those
bat.
things are so weird on the inside.
We could not get it open. Like it was almost like you can peel the top of an acorn off, but then after that, there's no more like pieces. Like it doesn't open up anymore. It's a weird metaphor.
That's a terrible metaphor.
It does open.
You can literally do one thing with an acorn. Take the top off. That's it.
but like after that, it's just like a metal
In
box.
case you didn't know, TVs are only two pieces: the glass front and then everything else.
everything else. But yeah, and I just remember smashing that thing. But
Yeah,
every
we
time we hit it,
destroyed
it
that.
was so hollow but hard. It would just it would just ring throughout the garage and hurt our ears.
Well, when we broke the glass, that thing was so old. Like some dust or something came out of that. That was probably toxic. I don't even know what was inside that thing.
Yeah. Oh, it was nasty.
Man, I just realized that Obama giving money thing might not even be true because it's so hard to find accurate
Yeah.
sources nowadays.
That was what was
Man,
that
but
on?
I had a guttural reaction
Yeah,
to
you
that.
did. What was that on Flipboard?
It was on that. The trending. Thing.
Yeah, you
Why
cannot
is it a
trust
No, I believe this.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. Whatever. I'll wait until everybody gets mad about it, and then I'll look at it. And,
All I know is Ben Carson is my boy.
Your
If
home dog.
anything good came out of this election, it is literally I learned who Ben Carson was.
Yeah.
Ben Carson is
Do you
one
follow him now?
Ben Carson is one inspirational dude. I would give up 3 of my fingers to get to hang out with Ben Carson.
Really?
Like to
Really?
get to have an honest, long conversation with him because I feel like I would gain so much
Yeah,
knowledge.
yeah.
It would be worth the trade.
Yeah.
So I got another question for you guys. This is a good one. Everyone on Earth, I'm not talking the rapture or zombies or anything like that. Everyone on Earth is just gone. They've just disappeared. No bodies everywhere. There's no enemy. There's no threat. There's no virus. All humans, except for you,
Okay.
are gone.
That would suck.
What do you do?
Oh, this is like Last Man on Earth.
But there is no threat.
I would destroy some things.
So I'm not gonna lie. I stole this from a podcast. I'm gonna give you guys time to think. I'm gonna tell you their answers. I'm gonna tell you my answer. Then it's you guys. Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
One of them said immediately in the 90s there was a show where kids on Nickelodeon got to go to Toys R Us and they had 5 minutes in a shopping cart to fill that shopping
that'd
cart.
be cool.
So this is like a 27-year-old man. He goes, first thing I would do, I would take that shopping cart, and he mapped out. He still had memorized his strategy
Oh my
from
gosh.
watching that
Toys R
show.
Us.
He's like, boom, first 2 minutes, I'm heading to Lego aisle. I'm not getting that cheap little garbage, those little $10 sets. He's like, I'm getting the spaceship, I'm getting the pirate ship, I'm getting those adventure rector sets or whatever they were called. And so he's naming all this stuff off, and I'm like, this guy seriously has this memorized. And he's like, boom, the cart is now halfway filled. I'm like, geez, he even has the measurements.
He got the volume ready for how much.
So at some point, he took, what was that thing called?
the basket. A
No,
basket?
I'm forgetting.
What?
It's not a ruler. The bigger version of
Protractor?
No,
No,
a
yardstick?
yardstick.
Not a yardstick.
Oh,
Measuring tape.
Oh,
measuring tape.
What's that called though?
It's called a measuring tape.
Is it just called measuring
Yeah.
tape? Wow, that was a brain fart. The name of this episode. What's a measuring tape?
What's a measure? What?
Yeah. So, like, he knew the dimensions of the Toys R Us shopping carts. So he's talking about, boom, then you go to video games. Well, at the time, for him, it was like the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
So he's listing off every game you get. He's like, right now I can get these on the online marketplace, but that's not the point. And then, so his was basically Toys R Us, and then he'd get lonely, and he would, how'd he say? I would go chill with the lions at the zoo. And everybody's like, but nobody would have been feeding them, and they'd be really hungry and angry. He's like, I know. I'm like, oh, that's how he ends it.
Oh, what?
He's gonna spend time at Toys R Us. Then they're like, so how long would you wait till you went and hung out with the lions? He's like, maybe 2 weeks. Wow.
Wait,
Okay.
that's how he would let himself die. He would let the lions eat him.
Yeah, he said he would go chill with the lions. He said the way he sees it, either it'd be like the Jungle Book and they're his friends, or it wouldn't be.
Or it just wouldn't be.
So the second guy said, easy, I'm going to NASA and I'm shooting myself into space. They're like, I don't think you can do that by yourself. He's like, no. They still got rockets. They're like, but NASA doesn't shoot rockets anymore. We literally hired the Russians to take our astronauts up there to the International Space Station. He's like, it doesn't matter. Surely they've got one.
Yeah, they've got one.
Well,
You
they're
think you can shoot it off then run inside of the rocket before it goes
Well, that's
off?
the thing. He said there's a countdown, so I can make it inside the ship within the countdown. Oh my gosh. So yeah, one of them would go to Florida. He would shoot himself into space. And like, that's the worst way to die. He's like, but I would be in space. And they kept listing off all these horrible things. He's like, you don't understand. I would be in space. And then so the third guy, and his was easily the most practical one that everyone would go to. He's like, oh, I would have a stockpile. They're like, of what? And he just leaned into the mic and went, everything.
Just everything that makes you happy.
He said he would spend his life being paranoid. He said, because here's the thing. Everyone's gone, but you don't know why.
That's, oh, yeah.
Every time you see an open door, did I leave that door open? Every time you hear a noise, you're like, what made that noise? He said he would live in a state of paranoid that he wouldn't know how to understand. So he'd be prepared for everything. He said, everywhere I go, I'd have a spotlight and a shotgun.
That's awesome.
He said, I'm sitting on the toilet reading Sports Illustrated that's 9 years old, sitting there with my shotgun and my spotlight. I'm ready. He's like, and you didn't say animals are gone. I would have a pack of anything that would join my group.
Trade some wolves.
He's like, the lions that ate you, and pointing at the guy, he's like, they're mine now. I feed them right. I got all of the canned spam that would last me a lifetime.
That's awesome.
And then the fourth guy had a very simple answer. It was a very superficial one. But he's like, I would never have to worry about how I appear to anyone ever again. So I would go to all the Taco Bells before they go bad. And I would eat all of it. And once I'm in the food coma, I would let nature take back my body. They're like, what do you think? A tornado's going to come through and just reclaim me? He's like, no. But it might be a hurricane.
I think nature would reject your body if it was full of Taco Bell.
So which leads me to my answer. Because I've had all day to think about this. My answer easily. The world becomes my climbing gym.
Ooh.
I
Go to places.
I would literally climb cities because I feel like it.
That's crazy.
I would spend months researching and practicing the proper way to climb. You know, again, build my stockpile. I'd be the same. I would always have a gun on me.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know.
Yeah,
you
never
just know that all of a sudden everyone's gone.
That, and if there's another person that you see, that's fear. Like in the show Last Man on Earth, which I assume this is where they kind of got the basis for this topic, maybe. He was so excited that it was a girl. Even if it was a girl, I would be scared. I'd be like, why are you still here? I'm not that good of a person, so you gotta be a bad person.
And that's where the top. So me, everything. I would climb everything, and once I've climbed everything, I'd probably base jump off of something. If I remember to pull my parachute, cool. If I don't, Then that's where the topic got interesting because they went, okay, now what if? Let's say you're a few years in. You've adapted to this life. You've managed not to go insane. You find some way to spend your time every day. One of the guys was like, honestly, if I didn't go into space, I would read. I would have time to read. And I'm like, that's actually a pretty good answer.
Cool.
Just read all the books.
That's really cool.
And then they're like, but what if one day you get a message and it's a girl and she's also still alive. She's still sane. She hasn't gone insane. And we're three guys sitting here.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing. You're in America. And she's literally in, like, the Himalayas or in Russia or something. Yeah. Like, you got a long way to go.
Yeah, you got a long way to go.
So here's the thing.
It's crazy.
What efforts would you go to actually reach her? It's like, here's the thing, though. You're years in. It's not even that it's a girl. It's like, it's another person.
Yeah,
it's kind of a big deal.
It doesn't even matter if it's a girl at this point. You're so paranoid that being with another person, it would, like, have meaning to it, like would want you to still stay alive longer at that point. That's crazy.
And it was funny because one of the guys, his answer was like, there's no way I could ever trust her. He's like, for all I know, it's her fault. She's the one that did it.
Yeah.
That's why
that's like Passengers. I'm not gonna spoil Passengers. That's like Passengers.
Yeah.
When she woke up, she was like, what are you doing here?
All right, so what's your guys' answer?
Mine?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, my first thought was I would go to a gun store and start like just shooting guns because that would be so much fun.
That's the thing. They said like you could shoot. Yeah, one guy said I'd go to a military base. Yeah, I would just abuse everything.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was like, gun store? No, that's too small. Military base. I would literally go see what I could set off. Maybe send a nuke somewhere.
And watch it. Oh, it'd be beautiful.
Oh, what if you get like into a high tower and below the tower you set up a bunch of claymores or plastic explosives, so when they go off, you make a giant smiley face.
Dude, I would be doing stuff like that. I would go and like learn, and I would learn as much as I could. I'd learn how to fly planes and stuff, so you could go and like fly around on whatever fuel you could find left.
Because if you're literally talking about just yourself, you're never going to run out of food. There is enough canned food. You could scavenge within one state, and you would not run out of food.
Yeah, no.
For the rest of your life, yeah.
There's enough water bottles that are already prepackaged. If it's just one person, you don't have to worry about anybody stealing your stuff. You could you would never worry about.
Yeah, you could live till you're old and die, and
That's
you'd be
amazing.
fine.
Which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's kind of terrifying. I would go insane. I like people too much. Like, I hate a lot of people, but I like a lot of people too.
You're just like, I hate a lot of people. I mean, the two people around me right now, I hate them so much.
I don't know why I'm here, but
Yeah.
no, I would probably start like drawing faces on things like you see in all the other shows.
Oh, like Castaway?
That would be legit though. Like, I'd have friends. I'd
Oh,
make
I would
friends.
have a Wilson. Absolutely. You
Probably.
gotta have a Wilson.
Mine would probably be like an actual animal. Like I don't know why he didn't.
Well, that's
do
the thing.
that.
Yeah, there are animals.
Yeah, there are. I don't know why he didn't. He chose volleyball. He's like, oh, he always like monkeys and volleyball's way better.
I don't think there were monkeys in Castaway.
There were some animals, right?
Dude, I wouldn't want a pet monkey. Monkeys are violent.
Yeah.
Monkeys will
they get
literally rip your face
Alright.
off. Kids, you can Google search that one. There was some
Yeah.
woman, I think in Nebraska, like years ago. She had a pet monkey. It did not end well for her. She's
Ugh.
alive, but ooh.
Yeah, that after Rise of Planet of the Apes, the monkeys kind of scare me now. Like they're really kind of all right. Short term, I would go to I'm talking 5-star restaurants, and I would take the meals that are already made and that will go bad, and I would try meals that I could never afford in my lifetime. Things that are going bad first. Longer term, I would go to Hollywood Studios. I would set up all the cameras, and I would film an episode of Full House where I was all of the characters.
Like,
I'm every single character.
Find a script.
Yes. Find a script because they've got to have a script somewhere in that studio near in Hollywood, and I'm gonna find a script and I'm gonna be every character, switching and learning my own makeup to dress as every character from
Dude.
Full House.
You could literally get into the fastest sports car you could find and drive
Yes.
it across country.
Like Glenn from Walking Dead in that Corvette. Oh my gosh.
That would be
That would
definitely, like,
happen,
number one.
and then I would get a wrecking ball, and I would go to New York City and just swing it around,
Just start destroying things.
just through those, because there's a Macy's where they have the Macy's Day Parade, and they pass that in New York. That's made of almost complete glass. And you just shatter.
You could inflate all of the floats and then get a sniper rifle on top
And
of a
shoot
tower
them.
and just pop all of them.
I would get a chain gun, and I would set up I would spend like a couple weeks building houses in rows and just see if I could shred them till they fall
The
over.
houses already exist, Jake. You don't have to worry about that
go to a
part.
neighborhood.
Yeah, just go to a
Also,
neighborhood.
let's touch back on this for a second. You realize if you're going to a 5-star restaurant, the meals are not pre-prepared. That's why it's a
No, like,
5-star
wait,
restaurant.
Are you assuming that like you woke up and everybody's gone? Like they're gone and like it looks like are there cars in the
I see what you're
street?
saying.
Are there
Okay,
cars in the
so let's
street?
say you wake up from a nap around 3 p.m.
Okay.
And so
It's
first,
almost like everything's frozen, all the
Yeah.
activities in the day, but there's
yeah,
no people.
First for you, it's
Okay.
like literally everyone just disappeared.
So would there be some food made?
yeah, but you got to make like a mad
Yeah.
sprint to get there and
Yeah.
then reheat it.
That'd be pretty nice.
Well, also you got to think like you'd have to start stockpiling generators and
Ooh,
stuff
that-
because your
Well, actually, that's
electricity
the thing.
would go out.
Some
probably.
power plants, depending on if they're turbine or there's
Would
whatever the water-based one is.
hydro.
Hydro, thank you.
Electric.
Hydroelectric. If the systems aren't being overloaded and demanded on,
Yeah.
even if there's not anybody maintaining them, those things can last a long time. So you might
Yeah.
have a few years worth. If it's just you using the system of draining power, and in that time, just gather up all the generators, all the gasoline, all
Yeah.
the oil tankers, anything you would need. Literally, pick a spot, build a compound.
Yeah.
I would remake the scene from Dark Knight where he has that pile of cash and he has that Asian guy on top. But instead of the Asian guy, I would have some giant like stuffed animal, like a giant
giant teddy bear.
a giant elephant that's racist. No bears.
What?
no bears. No.
But elephants are racist. Or Republicanist.
Or cows.
Yeah, a giant cow, and I would burn the money. I would get a cigar, I would light it, and then I would throw it on the money.
Oh my god.
I'm excited about the Full House thing. I would love to see an entire episode of Full House filmed by one person.
I think I would take a shot of adrenaline you can find at a
Oh,
hospital.
yeah.
I would pump that sucker into myself, and I would be on like an Olympic track for running.
Yeah.
I'll just take off and just
that'd
see
be
how long I
amazing.
could go.
I would go to the military base. I would take C4 and I would plant the C4 in an empty swimming pool, fill up the swimming pool, and then set it all off and see what the water does. Just man.
I would go to every Walmart within like 4 counties wide.
Yeah.
I would get every packet of Jell-O. And then I would go to a swimming pool and fill it with the Jell-O.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I would train myself to be very good with 2 pistols at the same time. I'm talking like Natasha Romanoff good.
You got time to practice.
Yeah, you do. And I would get so good, I would set up GoPros inside of Walmarts. I'm talking thousands of GoPros. And I would run into the Walmart, slide on my knees, and start shooting out every single camera like an action hero. That would be awesome.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you can make your own movies and just watch yourself.
Oh, my gosh. The ultimate thing on my bucket list. I would go collect an RPG and a ton of rockets. I would go to Mayfield Farms. I'm not joking. I want to do this in real life. So if it ever happens, it was probably me. Only this would be the dramatic version of it. So for those of you who don't know, because this is totally a sane thing to do, probably the last thing on my bucket list, I want to get an RPG, rocket propelled grenade.
Yeah.
I want to go to Mayfield Farms because in my mind, those are the most secure feeling cows in the world. They feel like they're safe. They feel like they're good to go. And I want to shoot a cow with a rocket launcher because I want to know, does it blow up like a circle? You know, it's like boom everywhere, or
Does it go one direction?
If I hit it right in the center, is it like a geyser up and down? And then throughout history, the cows will then have a rumor of Uncle Tony, who just exploded, and the cows there will never feel safe again.
Oh my gosh!
I'm
gonna give us sour ice cream.
So this little mini apocalypse version, I would go to Mayfield Farms with a rocket launcher, and I would just blow up everything.
Oh my god,
that is amazing. I would go to the Walmart.
You got to eat the ice cream before it melts.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
that was
you
my
do
first
that.
idea.
Yeah, or just put it in some kind of hook it up to the generator, or not the generator, the power plant that you said would work for years, and just keep that running. I would keep my favorite foods running and keep them cold. And
oh geez, you would have to do a lot of leg work really fast.
Yeah.
I like in the underground
the
freezer
show
just for
that
ice
they
cream.
probably got this idea from, Last Man on Earth. He spent the first couple weeks doing absolutely nothing. He just sat around and he shot guns and he filled a pool full. He used a pool just to pee in. Did you see that? Have you seen this show?
No.
He used a pool just to pee in. And he has a pool, because he lived in a neighborhood that all had pools, and he had one pool for chocolate syrup, one pool for like
for chocolate syrup.
Yeah, he had one pool for Cristal, like the most expensive wine, and he filled it with it, and he would swim in it. It was amazing. I don't know.
I would go to a Hobby Lobby and just start breaking crap. Like, cause you're always in Hobby Lobby with your mom when you're like, don't touch anything, you're gonna break it.
Oh yeah. I would go into those like
destroying
those walls of TVs and Walmart, just smashing TVs.
This is only gonna make sense to a few people that know me, but every single Wendy's I passed for the rest of my life, I would stop and set on fire.
What?
Because
Wendy's?
I don't like Wendy's.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even their Frosties?
Wendy's can all burn.
Why?
Wendy's isn't even the worst, but Wendy's, I have an unrational hatred for Wendy's.
What?
I'm not even going to explain it. You guys don't need to know.
Okay.
But I would burn down every Wendy's I would ever see.
Okay.
And I would have the biggest grin on my face.
Oh my.
And there's one Longhorns near the Mall of Georgia, right there on the strip. I would burn down that Longhorns. Because one time I went to eat there for our company Christmas lunch. And they didn't have tomato bisque soup. And I was really upset.
What?
I remember leaning over to my coworker Ethan going, I'm going to burn down this Longhorns.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. I would get, because you know how Ferris wheels, they're their power sources at the base where they have the controls.
It's all about that base.
It is
no trouble.
No trouble. But I would learn all about Ferris wheels, and I would rebuild the power part into the middle of it, and then I would take it off the stand, turn it on, and see if it would roll down the street, and see how far I would get on it, and I would see how far it would go. Like like Phineas and Ferb from the title screen when it was rolling down the street. I would do that.
Joel likes Phineas and Ferb. It calms him.
Yeah, it calms him from last.
Was that in the podcast?
That's the last episode. Okay. Phineas and Ferb calms you.
It's calming.
I would. Let's see.
I can't wait till you're like in your 40s and you're married and you're upset about something. I'm gonna come over and hey, dude, just calm down. I'm gonna show you Phineas and Ferb.
Season 1 of Phineas.
I'll probably cry. That will actually.
That'd
Calm
be really
me.
funny. I I would learn how they made the Hollywood sign, and I would make some of the dumbest words under and around the mountain of the Hollywood sign.
Yeah, like all the memes right now.
Yeah, all the memes right now. B movie. Like get rid of the Hollywood sign and start putting up other random slogans.
Oh my gosh.
I would. Oh, I always wanted to get like a knife and just get to the top of a movie screen and just stick it in to drag myself down like Peter Pan. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
My mind goes to Will Turner from the second Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean.
When he had his dad's
Yeah.
knife and he's
Oh,
like,
sweet.
how do I escape the Kraken? I'm just going to slide down the sail.
That was beautiful. What
I
else?
would never go in the ocean.
Uh-uh.
I would be convinced that everything in the ocean is what took all the people.
Yeah.
And that they're just in the ocean.
Area 51.
You'd go to Area 51?
I would go to Area 51. I would
have
want
to.
to. I would never have more guns on me than I don't think any action movie could not explain how many weapons I'd have on.
I
if
would just
went in
bring
Area
a
51.
tank.
Well,
I would
you're
be
just going to
so
be
scared.
like, odds are, whatever caused this, there's at least a 30% chance it's in this building.
Yeah, it's in this building. I would take about 20 years to figure out how to make those robots from Star Wars that have the force fields around them.
Oh,
What are
jeez.
those called?
Destroyer droids.
Yeah, destroyer droids, and I'd be inside of one of those little electric bubbles. Like, doo-doo! Doo-doo! I would get in one of those, and I'd be
What are
like,
they- what are they-
all right, E.T., where you at?
What do they sound like?
Doo-doo! Doo-doo!
So,
Those sound waves on the thing are so loud, it's gonna hurt people's ears.
oh, I had a really great question, and you ruined it by that noise.
Doo-doo! Doo-doo! I would... See, I have these small little problems that I don't like in life.
Oh, no, I got it. What is in Area 51? You go through the entire compound. This huge place is empty. Except you get to the very last room, open up, and it's a frozen Walt Disney.
Oh!
And you're just like,
I knew it.
you fall on your knees, crying out to God, like, why?
Unfreeze.
Whoa.
Okay, people can have the copyrights. Make your Mickey Mouse shows. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
No, he takes 3 steps, looks at you, and goes, it's Disney magic, and his head falls off. You're like, oh, that's why they froze him.
no, you unfreeze him. Okay, so what has been going on at your company? All of a sudden, from behind the camera angle, a dart shoots into his neck, and someone's behind you. Leprechaun's behind you and runs off. One of the 7 dwarves runs off.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
So you're in this scenario, and
Yeah.
somewhere in the world, you know there's a leprechaun.
Oh no!
I would never be able to sleep.
I wouldn't either. You'd have to
You'd be
lock.
afraid you're gonna get killed.
This just went from awesome to nightmare fuel.
Dude, that's what I started
scary.
thinking. Like, this would be scary, actually. Like, being all
my
alone
gosh.
on an entire planet, but you don't know for sure you're alone. It could
Okay.
just be your area.
All right, situation. How would you go out? Because eventually, you're not. Are you gonna want to live your entire life out until you die of old age?
Probably not.
No,
Yeah.
because there's gonna be a point when my body can't handle it anymore.
Because I'm gonna go project to project. One of mine is making one of those droids. That'll take a couple. I don't know.
Yeah,
or couple
you're pretty booked up.
Yeah. The end of my
Making
life,
those
I want to
droids.
be able to make a drill big enough to drill to the center of the earth.
That's not gonna
until
happen with
lava
just you.
spews.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know it's too. How
How
would
would-
you want to go out?
This is a good question. How do you want to die?
The scene from Spider-Man 3, I want to make web shooters and line some cranes up. And shoot web shooters on cranes and swing through New York until...
2 things. One, that's Amazing Spider-Man, the first one.
Oh, it is?
2, really?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Pretty cool.
But that's not gonna kill you.
Eventually.
Eventually.
I doubt I would be okay on the first run. That's a
I
hard
would
question.
probably try to hike Everest by myself.
Mm.
Because if I get to the top of Everest, dude, I made it to the top of Everest. If I
Yeah.
die, I got really cold and fell asleep.
Yeah, or even if like
Or fell off the mountain. Oh,
That would suck.
Or
Well,
even
what
get-
would- what would
getting
I
to the
shout?
top, would you have the motivation to climb all the way back down? Or would you just jump?
I'd have a wingsuit.
Oh, like a flying squirrel from...
And I'd still have a
Oh.
pistol on me because, I mean,
Yeah.
if I fall and break both my legs, I ain't doing this anymore.
Yeah.
Just gonna lay there until you die. No.
Maybe see how long I can crawl for.
I would try and stay alive for this one, but I would see if I could skydive and live. Because you'd have to, you're flying the plane, and you gotta like just jump out of the
Just jump
plane,
out of it.
and the plane goes down. So you better hope the plane doesn't like hit you or something.
I mean, yeah, you'd have time to really study and teach yourself how
Yeah.
to do basically anything.
yeah.
That would be amazing. I just realized My probably greatest idea ever of the Full House thing might get stolen now because I don't have the money to make that, but I want to make it now.
Just one dude acting out every single scene
Yeah.
in Full House.
We got to do this quickly then.
Yeah, we do.
Choose an episode.
We gotta hurry up
and have you do it.
we gotta do it. But if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it right.
So do you want to hit any other topics?
What else? I don't know. I don't want to talk about like current movies. Like I want to go and watch some. Like, are you excited for the new Logan movie? The new
Yes.
Wolverine movie? That looks really good.
That little girl looks like she's going to murder all of
Lots
the
of-
things.
Yeah,
Lots
did you
of
see
the
where she did the
people's-
front flip and
Yeah.
then stab the people on the shoulders? That was beautiful. I cannot wait. That movie looks like a mixture of like Last of Us,
Mhm.
and it looks like a mixture of the scenes from what's it called? What's the movie that came out last year about like it's post-apocalyptic? It's like a lot of cars, crazy looking cars with like weird weapons on the sides of them. There was a movie about it.
I know what you're talking
is
about.
killing me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know it. You know.
You would know it. You loved it. Like there
Yeah,
was
like
it's
a
a
lot of
remake.
them were like
It's a
bald,
remake.
and they got.
They were weird. They were like breeders. They were like these like fat
Mad
ladies.
Max.
Mad Max.
Okay,
It
woo,
looked
go
like
me.
the scenes from Mad Max because it was so futuristic. It was really cool.
That's what
looking.
I would end up looking like in this weird little version where it's just us. I would look like Max from Mad Max.
Save your head, like
Keep
start
your beard.
tattooing yourself.
Oh man, what would you learn about first, like before anything else? Like if time wasn't an issue, well, time's not an issue.
I would take the time to study what the crap a platypus actually is.
I
In
could
my- in my
find
di-
a platypus.
In my oh no, they're terrifying. In my daily life, I don't have time to really sit down and learn about the platypus.
Yeah.
But I'm not joking. If I was allowed to ask God one question, I'm good on the Jesus thing. I don't need to know anything from the Bible. I'll take the time to really study that in my daily
Yeah.
life. I'm gonna ask God, what is the platypus, and did you sneeze? And is that where it came from?
Yeah, because that thing is
Did you
crazy.
sneeze creation, and that's what that abomination is? The
Yeah.
platypus confuses me. On my Facebook right now, underneath your profile picture, Facebook was like, add some kind of tagline to let
Yeah.
people know about you. My tagline is, I can't think about anything apart from what is the platypus.
Did you create that before Phineas and Ferb, or not? Like not having a correlation to Phineas and Ferb?
I was confused about the platypus, and then Phineas and Ferb just solidified my utter disbelief of that being a natural creature.
Yeah, the thing is, it's weird. I don't know. Does it actually make that noise from that show?
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, let's wrap it up. It's been a good.
This is the Joel Squared podcast.
No, this is not.
I love that name.
Joel.
Hashtag patent it.
What?
Get
No.
an LLC going up in
LLC.
here.
We're not doing. We're
Joel
not.
Squared LLC. I'm changing the YouTube channel name. I know his password. It's all right.
Joel Squared for life. I'm gonna get tattooed on my back.
All right. Yeah, Joel's phone number is 770. Just
It doesn't even start with 770.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
No, I feel like this is a horrible topic to end on.
Why?
We need something better to
platypus?
end on. There's got to be.
Okay.
Dude, all right, let's calm down. Let's watch a little bit of Phineas and Ferb.
I'm not calm.
No, come on. Everybody, it's gonna be okay.
What calms you, Aaron?
What calms you down, buddy?
What calms me?
Y-
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know that I've ever been calm.
You've never been calm.
What does it mean to be calm? How is one calm?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like different things calm you.
You know
for
what
me,
I feel? You know what I feel like calms me? Listening to the Joel Squared podcast.
No.
I hope you all have a great week. How do I turn this off?
No. This is what calms me. See you guys.
Don't subscribe. Subscribe to Joel Squared. I'll leave
Joel
it.
Squared. Why do you keep having me on this show? I mean, if we're being honest with
You
ourselves.
can't find the button to turn it off. It's all right.